Welcome back, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Meanwhile, I'm still introducing you guys to this video. Ne? So guys, this video will be focusing on case summaries, references. So it will be footnote and bibliography. So I will be explaining some things that are kind of like tricky when it comes to footnote, because of some of you like to ask me that why does the numbers on the case differ with the ones that are on the assignment and what. So I'll be explaining everything based on footnote and bibliography. So bibliography is the easiest one, guys. Just footnote is there and there, but we'll cover it. So guys, as you can see, this is a screenshot of one of the cases that was done in 2021, ne? Mrs. Botha's case. So reason why I took this page is because of, as you can see here, we have two sentences under one footnote, and then one sentence under one footnote, and then here is another 134. It is a paragraph of two paragraphs, and then we also have 35 mean to say it is one sentence, and then 36 here it is. So I'll be showing you guys how to insert a footnote, and especially when you are copying and pasting or you're using your own ways. Yeah. So guys, as you can see, here I just copied whatever that we were seeing there and then pasted here. So I just removed all those numbers, the footnote and the numbers that were appearing at the side. So it is the same thing. So let's regard this thing as our assignment, which we have typed. So we are going to be inserting footnotes. So I'll be showing you the reason why the numbers on the case, the foot numbers on the case differs with the ones that are on your assignment. So guys, here I just inserted my first footnote. As you remember that from A to orders here, there was a foot number 32. So here for me it is 1. Reason being for me to be 1, I did not write that 1. I just inserted a footnote, automatically it wrote 1. So for you to write number 1 is because of, for me, this line is the first one that I inserted a footnote. So on that case, it cannot be 1 because of there are still some footnotes before that 32, which means it's going to be there are 31, 29 going downwards. So for me it is the first one. That is the reason why it writes 1. And as you can still remember that on that case name, that case is too long, and then you are being requested to make it short and simple. So which means that for you, like, your numbers are going to differ with the ones that are on the case, because of that one is too long and yours is going to be too short. So the numbers are going to differ, accordingly with your points. So as you know that when you insert a footnote, when it writes 1, it has to write another that line. I'm to say it has to write the reference, so we should reference this 1. So guys, as you know that inserting a footnote obviously is going to make this line for you, and it's going to write this number for you. So it is number 1. So which means that we have to reference that first sentence. So here is how you do it. Then here, like, you cannot assume to write whatever that you want to write. In order to make sure that you write a correct thing, just copy and paste this. I'm going to show you. You go back to that case, and then if you go, so after inserting a footnote, obviously it's going to draw that line. So below that line, you just have to go back to the case that you are referencing, and then go to exactly to that line that you are, like, that you took a point, or maybe you are summarizing, even if you're using your own words, or maybe you just copied and pasted that line. So you go exactly to that page where there is a footnote for that line. Ne? So as you remember that my line was number 32, so here's 32 as it appears. Ne? So you just copy from section until to this last comma here. Just copy. You just copy this thing and go exactly paste it there on 1. Under that line there's 1, so you just go there and paste it. So guys, this is how it looks like after copying it. Ne? Like these things that are under the line, you just copy them. You do not come up with your own thing. You just copy them exactly the way they are. You are not going to be penalized for that. You just copy everything, as long as just make sure that when you go to the case looking for this thing, the reference of that footnote, just make sure that the number matches with the sentence, the one that is on the sentence or the paragraph or the line that you just took a point from. Now just make sure that they match. So guys, as you can still remember that from A to orders from our example, it was number 1. So here is 32. So guys, this simply means that from A to orders, if you need a reference from A to orders, it is number 32. So the reference, you just scroll down, you're going to find it at the end of the page. That line that you saw when we were inserting a footnote, it is there also, and then you will see 32. Then that 32 is going to have some sort of a reference, so which means that if you were to reference from A to orders, then the reference you're going to get it on number 32 downward when you're scrolling down. Yeah? And then where there's a number, it means that this number, it cuts the idea or a point from here to here. So which means that from here to here, it belongs to reference 32. Then from the second up to orders, it means that it is 33. So from here, there, it means that this 32, it cuts there out. So which means that from 32 going backwards until to A, it is 32. So from the second until here, it is 33. So which means that this 32, it cuts. After it, the sentence does not belong to, or the idea does not belong to reference 32. So after it, it is a new one. So it's going to be a new one until the end, whereby you're going to find the next number like 33, as you can see, which means that it casts. Yeah, so which means that if we were to reference 32, it was going to, I mean to say 33, it was going to be like this. Here is our 33, but here it is 32 because of it is our second footnote. And then it's going to be like this. So it's going to automatically write that 2 for you, and and then we go there to look for 33. And then here is 33. So I just went there and copied and pasted it. As you can see, just went there and copied it the way I did with number 1. And then here is another one. It is number 3, which means that in that one is 34. So here's number 3. So guys, I just went there and copied everything. So as you can see, number 1 is 32, and then number 2 is for 33, and then 3 is for 34, and then 4 is for 35, and 5 is for 36. So you just do the same thing. Just go there, copy exactly how I explained from the previous one. I believe that we have covered that part of footnotes. So which means that if you have any relating questions like how to insert a footnote, you can go to Facebook and search Tabashiuweee, how to insert a footnote. You'll see a post there. I'll post some links, two links, the one for a cell phone and the other one for a laptop or computer. Ne? Or maybe you can go through my videos. You'll see two videos. You just choose. There's the other one is for inserting a footnote using a cell phone, and then the other one is for using a laptop or a computer. So you'll just choose. So guys, this one is the second one. Is the second part. Ne? It is some sort of it needs some sort of a reference also. So this thing or this line, you're going to see it normally on the instruction. Every case summary, it has instructions. So this one also is part of the instructions. So you have to reference it. You have to reference everything that you see here. As you can see, it states that second part of the question, the use of at least one book. So you have to reference it. One journal article, so you have to reference it. One act of parliament, you have to state. So guys, after typing your assignment, including footnotes and everything there, so below that assignment, you're going to write references and then you're going to say book. Eh? So this book, you do not like come up with your own reference, or maybe you just come up with your own book or anything. Eh? So here is how to spot a book or how to reference a book in a case. Ne? As you remember that when there is a footnote, obviously there is a reference for that footnote. Ne? So you go exactly to those references of those footnotes. Obviously, you can see that there are some names of the cases. There are some references from somewhere, paragraphs from somewhere. So if you use translation letter 301, ne, you're going to be able to see how a book is being referenced. You're going to see the referencing style of a book. So you just go exactly to those footnote references and then check which reference belongs to a book. Ne? And then when you see it, you just copy it and then paste it there. And then that's how you reference a book. So the book that is being used, or the book that they want you to reference or to state, it is not a book that you're just going to make it in your mind and then just say that, you know what, I'm going to type this word, I'm going to type this, and I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do that. No, it is there in the case. Because of every time when they are dealing with a case, they are using many sources. They are going to use a book, they're going to use a journal, and they're going to use what. Ne? So after referencing a book, ne, you skip a line and then you write journal. Then after writing journal, you use that tuition letter 301. There is journal references. Yeah? So you'll be able to spot a journal. So you just go through that case again, through those footnote references. Then where you see a journal, you just copy it. Even if it is one, it's still fine. You just copy it. Then after copying it, you paste it there under journal. As you see here, this is one of the examples. Even on that book, that one is some sort of an example. Ne? So it will depend with the case that you are using. Ne? So one act of parliament can be referred to legislation. Ne? So you guys know the definition of a legislation. So you can use one of um, the acts that was used in the case, and especially I can encourage you guys to use the ones that were used when answering those illegal questions. So there are some acts that they're going to use. So you can just copy and paste here, just like this one that you see now, Interstate Water Transaction Act 81 of 1987. So that's how it has been done. So you can just go there, copy it, voila. Cases or case, ne? So cases or case, it is one of the cases that was used as a reference in that case. Like for example, in order for them to reach a ruling, or maybe in their arguments or what, they may refer to a certain case that was once ruled, ne, in order to support whatever they will be saying. So it's easy, this one. You just, like in that case that you have been asked to summarize, they were going to see those cases. They can be more than 5 even. So you can just take one, paste it here. You don't have to take the whole cases, because of sometimes it can even be more than 10 cases. Yeah, so you don't have to take many. You can just take 2, 3, or 1. Still fine. So guys, this one is the last one, bibliography. So I did not include some points, so I'm just going to break it down for you so that you guys can understand. So bibliography is simple. It's very, very simple. You just write the bibliography of a book. So as you can see where the red dot is at, this thing, it is bibliography for that journal article that you saw. And then this second one is for the book, from here to here. So it's for the book. So whenever you are writing bibliography, you are going to write the bibliography for the journal article that you wrote, and then also the book that you wrote. You cannot write a certain name of the book, like everything, a book reference, and then when it comes to bibliography, you write a different one. No, the story has to match. So everything has to match. So guys, that will be all. So guys, we are done with case summary references. So guys, just know that case summary references, it also contribute, like it's going to give you marks. I do believe that 5% to 10%, yeah, 5% to 10%. Footnote combined with bibliography is going to give you 10%. So 3 marks, guys. Just imagine, free. So even if you do not get that 100, you can still get that 80, through this footnoting. So which means that it's going to contribute a little bit. If you got 80, then that 10 is going to be added there, and then it's going to be 90. You see, so that 10%, it matters, guys. So just make sure that you kind of do it correctly. And thank you for tuning in. If you have any question, just comment. And please guys, do not forget to share the link and subscribe.